How's it, everybody? And welcome to the Daily Pidgin. This is the internet part. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And we have a special guest today, Miles Wilcox. That was his music you were just listening to. That was the Hamajang medley, where he took Hawaiian songs and did classical music versions of them.
Sounded beautiful.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, he's playing all the instruments, and those are real instruments.
Oh, wow.
How impressive is that?
Yeah.
I know. Let's say how's it to a few of the people who just came in. We saw our moderationist earlier. There's Devin. Nani Aloha is here. There's Charles K. Aloha, and then James and Gengi, the A beat. Hi, this is Matthew. How's it, Matthew? Let me put you on the screen there so everybody can see Matthew. I'm going to get our names out of the way, so when I put people like Rick S., Almost forgot to chat listening to the Hamajang anthem. Yeah, that was a good version of it too. Tyler Reese K. Mane.
Hey,
Who's that?
that's my daughter up in Wyoming.
Wyoming, who could be there? Hi, Dad. I saw the hi, Dad. I was being facetious.
Or you would have been questioning, like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Darlene S., how's it? How you, Darren Gilmore? Mahalo, great music. Yes, that's Miles, and he's our guest. We're going to be bringing him onto the screen in just a little bit. Maestro Miles. That was not him in the video. I apologize, Miles, for giving people that impression. This is what, is that a Matthew that Mr. Miles knows? Oh, is that the... Too many M's. I'm giving up.
M&M's.
There we go. Medium 7-Up. Yes, it is. There we go. Hey, Keone coming in from Thailand. Aloha. That's right. We got a special guest here today. And you know what I especially like about having Miles on? And we talked about this earlier. Mm-hmm. We want guests that aren't necessarily celebrities. Mm-hmm. You know, we think it's important that we highlight people who are doing good work.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Right. Ooh, hey, medium 7-Up. Who is this? The A Beat. Any idea, Miles? He's going to take a guess. I see him typing the A Beat, Mr. Miles. And there's Kaela. Did we decide to call her Kaela?
I believe you did.
Okay, there she
and
is.
She agreed with it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
There she is. Okay, gang, let's bring in Miles on the internet session. And by the way, we kind of have to rip through this show because both James and I have to head over to the Blue Note. Mm-hmm. And we have a show there today with Augie, this evening with Augie Tolba, okay? Mm-hmm. But let's check the camera out. You ready, Miles? Okay, huh? Fix your makeup. Here we go. Boom! There he is. How's it, brother? Mahalo for being here.
How's it going, Andy? How's it going, James?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, Hamajang gang. This is Miles Wilcox, and we know him mostly as Medium 7-Up, right? Well, you know, I always wanted to ask you, why Medium 7-Up?
So my mom, this is a very random story. My mom used to always order at fast food restaurants a medium Diet Coke. Oh. And I used to think that medium Diet Coke was a beverage. Like that's what it was called, medium Diet Coke. So I don't know. I just like had that stuck in my head. And that was what I was originally, Andy. I was medium Diet Coke for a while. And then I watched All in the Ohana School Days, the special that's on YouTube, and you order a 7-Up from the drive-thru. So I changed it to medium 7-Up.
Oh, did I do that? I can't remember. Oh, that's too much. Okay. Wow, that was a long walk down a short pier.
I told you.
Thank you for the warning. Oh, and Polani, too funny, Miles. There we go. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get. Like I said, you know, we're gonna have to kind of rip through the internet part. The television part will be just the same. For those of you who may be just joining us, we do this podcast, and then we take 6 breaks that we edit out and create a TV show from, okay, that airs in Hawaii and Vegas, okay? So every once in a while, we'll say, straighten up, here we go, we're gonna make TV, yeah, right, take 1, okay? So what do you say we try to do the first episode? And the first episode, James and I do by ourselves, and then Miles does the other 5 episodes. Segments. Yep. I keep saying episodes. Segments, 4 being 8 minutes, and the last one being 6.5. Mm-hmm. And I will try to remember to change the timer.
Yes.
So I have a timer too, Andy. I have my iPad set up. So
thank you.
Also.
Oh, okay. Here, James and Nani says, James, volume up. I brought you up a little bit. So
I was sitting back, and my mic was further away.
Okay, so
now
I'm
going to go on TV.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
He relaxes when he's not on television. Yes. He's already at that stage. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Hey, Garrett. Ao Young. I never know how to pronounce that. Is it Aoyong? Is that how you would say?
Yeah, I would say Aoyong.
Aoyong.
Yeah.
Okay. But am I giving it too much Chinese? Aoyong.
I think isn't it Chinese?
I'm guessing it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, James, cool. Nani on the bat phone. All right, here. Hey, Lempton. Aloha. How you, brother? Woo. And here's Garrett. Oh, Garrett's in Honolulu. I didn't know that. Nice shirt, Miles.
Hey.
Tori Richard from Savers.
I was hoping you would ask that, Andy. The answer is yes.
No way! It's a Tori Richards from Savers?
It is indeed not from 2022, from my 2021 trip.
Oh man, I know this guy. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Miles comes to Hawaii every year. In fact, we call him frequent flyer Miles.
I try to get every year.
Let's try to do a segment here. And again, this is James and I. So you chill, Miles, and we'll be back in just a bit, okay?
Cool. See ya.
So the first one, let's go to Mo'okam, right? And then there it goes. And then I will, wait, hold on. Okay, there we go. Now, oh yeah, let me click this so we have we're about to do segment 1. And then I'm going to do, wait, let's do it from here and then this.
Hey, how's it? Like a full-time job.
Yeah, good thing neither of us are working.
Yeah. And then tell me what you have. It's so funny.
Aloha no, everybody. This is the Daily Pidgin that you are watching. My name's Andy Bumatai.
And I'm James Money.
And we edit this show from a podcast that we do, which is the reason you see podcast right here, okay? But today we have a special guest, Miles Wilcox, and he's a music teacher in Boston, a regular on the Daily Pidgin, and we're happy to have him. But we do the first segment by ourselves to give, Miles time to be nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
we
you know
build
what?
it up.
I'm guessing he might be because look at this right here. His daddy's in the house. Ooh. Hey, Miles, Dad saying hi from San Diego. Aloha.
Nice.
And by the way, for those of you watching on TV, these comments come from the chat that we do. See, when you do a podcast, people are able to chat live. So if you would like to join us in that chat, it's
either on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn,
Twitch,
8 different platforms.
8 different platforms.
We do it every 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So join us in the live. The show is a lot longer. We do behind the scenes stuff.
Right, and you can watch this show being made. Right, and then you can say, "Oh man, I'm so glad I have the job I have." Because these guys make it seem so much better.
Well, this isn't a job because we're not getting paid for this, so this is just for fun.
This is the fun thing. Well, hopefully that'll change soon. Okay, but you know what? Remember yesterday we talked about the light pole that fell. If you weren't tuning in yesterday, a light pole fell right in a very busy intersection near the NBC Arena.
Kapilani and Ward.
Yeah, and it was a big deal. I have the follow-up on this and camera footage of it falling. Okay, check this out, gang.
Dashcam video of the pole coming down
Watch
in slow
this.
motion
Right there.
shows just how close it came to landing on the SUV, which wound up running over the traffic light.
And he
Captain
ran
Chun
it
was
over.
stopped at the traffic light when he saw it happen.
I love this one.
Kind of took it all in and realized how lucky everyone was. That could have been a whole lot worse.
It happened around 7:30 Tuesday morning at a busy intersection, Kapilani Boulevard and Ward Avenue. All eastbound lanes were shut
Remember
down,
when that was
causing
called
a traffic jam.
the end
Some of the
of the
folks we spoke
HIC?
with are now worried that there could be other traffic light posts coming down when the conditions are expected for at least a couple more days.
I think we should be proactive. Grace to God, nobody was hurt. But that's this one time. We've been warned, kind of. And so I think absolutely we need to do something about this.
Right over here is a weld area.
Look at this.
Got all corroded.
Construction engineer Lance Luke says corrosion at the base of the pole and strong winds are likely to blame. He says regular inspection should help prevent it from happening.
Things like this, when I see it, it's like could have been prevented. All this stuff is preventable, and because it's surface corrosion.
We asked to see how old the pole was and how often they are inspected. A spokesman says it was about 25 years old and they are inspected annually. He adds that the older poles in Honolulu will be inspected more frequently. Manola Morales, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Oh, man. I tell you what, 25 years and one falls. Now everybody's going to be walking up the poles. I wonder if this one going to fall. Boom!
See if they have a born date, and then, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could push one down.
Oh, I'm sure you could. Well, did you see how corroded that was there? Yeah. And it was just a high wind because we've had a lot of high winds and a lot of rain.
But also the poles, they don't look like they're correctly, I don't know what I'm trying to say is geometrically correct. Like it's longer going outwards into the street, but shorter.
Oh, you're talking about leverage.
Yeah.
There's so much leverage on that thing, and which is the reason they're made to be so light. That's why yesterday James and I were going, at all the cops they got around hanging, they just pick that pole up and move it to the sidewalk. Yeah. They're actually pretty light, Yeah, we have some good news though. Also,
we do.
I have another clip. Now we don't normally do clips in this first episode, but since we have Miles in the next five segments, I'll show you some good news from Hawaii. Check this one out. Okay, hold on.
Not creepy at all.
Hey, it's time to get to some good news of the day.
Well, a number of rankings are out. Let's tell you where Hawaii stands. Now, we see these reports, right, where you have all the different rankings that are across the country. Now, Forbes says we are the healthiest state as our residents have long lifespans, the lowest percentage of obese adults. We are also first in air and water quality. That's according to U.S. News.
And then they put
Walden
this
Hub
guy
says
on
we are
camera.
the happiest state in the nation due to lowest share of adult depression, high marks for emotional and physical well-being, and we already knew this. Hawaii ranks as tops for best beaches.
Now, Marks, give us the bad news. What's the bad news here?
Most expensive cost of pizza.
Not surprising.
Well,
yes, highest cost of living, and according to Walden Hub, lowest salaries
Can't even
for
afford
teachers.
pizza.
Oh, yikes. Now, this story was posted online, and it was created by our digital content producer, Kaylin Hughes. And she also found some fun facts here. We, of course, have the highest spam consumption per capita.
Okay.
No surprise there. But right here, the busiest Costco in the world, according to Zippia, of course, the Iwile Costco. Avoid it at all costs, guys. Costco estimates that 1 in 4 residents
Costco
on the
appreciated
island are
that
Costco
endorsement.
members. So, of course, that Zippy's, not Zippy's, the Costco Iwile, busiest in the world. So, interesting facts there.
Yeah, my daughter's mom works at that one, and she was telling me they're the busiest, and they make
Zippy's?
the most. No,
The Costco, the Iwile Costco.
They make the most money out of all the Costcos.
You know what I liked? I liked when he said, and the Zippies across the street is the busiest Zippies in the world. They're only in Hawaii. You know the Paris Zippies can't hold a candle to the Iwile Zippies.
I didn't put that together. Man, that Manhattan Zippies.
I tell you, Istanbul Zippies.
Oh, Istanbul.
Great
Zippies.
sign in, but what a line.
But how's the service? The service can't have Aloha Spirit at
But they
Istanbul.
wear Aloha shirts.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess that makes up for it.
that
A little bit.
you feel like you're in Hawaii when you're in Istanbul. I can't even say it. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back with someone who's doing wonderful work with kids, teaching them music. We were just talking about how important the arts are. Well, guess what? Our guest, Miles Wilcox, is doing something about that. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Daily Pidgin after this.
Hey, That was pretty good.
What, really? On the time?
Not only the time, but that whole.
Oh, getting smooth.
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm getting smooth.
Yeah. Kind of like, hey, bro, that's like downtown. That.
Oh, just like that. How come you look so dark? You know that your background seems dark for some reason.
Well, I am dark, so.
No. I mean, is it just me, or
shadow? Maybe that like. Oh, there you go.
No, it's not.
You
It's
just
not
brought that light up.
No, it's not this. See, look at you. You see how your background. It could be that it's just dark outside or something.
Oh yeah,
Because look, I bring if I turn this off.
Oh.
You see, it's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it came back.
There we go. That
there,
looked a little bit better.
What's that?
Looked a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better, but I mean, I can make you. Oh, you know what? This thing is it? Oh, it is changing. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it wasn't.
It's my health. Looking a little dark today. Feeling a little dark. Mental health issues.
I can't bring it up now. Don't tell me I lost James's light.
Well, I like to be in the shadows. I am Batman.
Oh no! Don't do this. Wait, hold on, Miles.
Yes.
I was goofing with this light. Now, when I mess with it, I'm getting a red thing that says that the light is not working. So James's light is not working. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me.
It's the yin and the yang. It's the light and the dark.
All my lights, the adjustment on all my lights just went out. Can you see on the back of it without messing that plug right there? No, lower that plug. Pull it out. Okay, wait, and don't lose. Okay, now plug it back in.
There it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh.
Boom.
Yeah, but it still didn't come back on. Oh my goodness. Always something, Miles. Is it like that when you do your performances? I mean, because you have so many people. Do you go
performances and teaching classes? Of course, going to conferences. I once went to a conference and had my PowerPoint presentation ready, and they said, "Oh, where's your projector that you brought?"
My phone.
Oh, and you know what?
and
try the Loretta light.
Oh, the Loretta light.
Yeah.
It's got a name.
Well, it was the light I put there just for Loretta. Just twist that dial, and it might come on. Did it? Oh boy, that's eerie. Oh my goodness. And welcome to Money Theater. Okay, you know what? We have to persevere because we got to go do this show. Yeah. So we're gonna do a segment, and this might come on at some point. Again, I don't know why. Wait, hold on. Let me try one more thing. Sorry, Hamajang gang. I know I'm kind of ignoring you guys. Like, here's Vicky Asato going, "Hey, how's it, gang?" And I am not acknowledging. There's Tina Rose Cager coming in. GB, how's it? Good fun. Yeah, I know we got the Tech Many Hoonie fight going on. What's it? Who is it? Oh, hey, Brian Thomas. Aloha. Hola. Oh, where's he coming in from? Mad Statters here. We had a Zippies in Seattle. But it wasn't the same Zippies. I know that because I know somebody who works there. Goth James. Oh, that's too funny. Patrick. Okay. Up Lights with James. Yeah, we know that, Bokoli T. We are doing our best, but it just decided to.
You want me to unplug it again?
Huh? Yeah. Try it. Try it again. If you can find plug it back in.
Okay.
This is crazy. Okay, and see, what I'm saying is they all decided to do that. So I was trying to turn this light up, but okay, you know what? One more thing, and then we gotta bring Miles into television because we have a gig. That darn pesky making a living thing.
Just gotta do it somehow.
No.
I'll just stay like this the whole time.
Yeah, there we go. Here, this goes up here.
The true Hamajang way.
Yeah, truly. Okay, here.
Hey.
Bing!
Just like downtown.
Just like downtown. Okay, now what I do is click this. Are we back? We're back enough, right?
Yeah. While we're working on that, I just have a drink of this delicious Hawaii volcanic water.
Oh yes, goes so well with your Oahu Golf Attire shirt.
Oahu Golf apparel.
Oh, excuse me, apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what the difference between apparel and attire is, right?
You need 4 tires?
That's exactly where I was going with that. Ah, you comedians. Okay, so I'm going to reset this, right? And this is segment dos. Okay, and let's get to the bottom of the chat just so we can make sure. And go to Mo'ocam. Is it going to? It's all starting to come together. Okay, there we go. And now we're here. Okay. Hey, by the way, Miles, I'm saying your last name Wilcox. Is it
correct?
Like Wilcox, like with an S, right? Okay, great.
With an X, like the hospital.
Like, so it's Will. I know how to spell it, but I mean, I'm just saying the pronunciation.
Like a CK, Wilcox.
Like Wilcox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, great. Yeah, because Nani, when I said it, she said, "Hey," she typed your name. I went, reading it doesn't help me on how to say it.
Wait, you messed up your hair.
Oh, I messed up my hair? Oh, no! Okay, we have to start the show over. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, wait, start. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so excited about having our next guest on the screen because he's what we call OG Hamajang Gang. He's someone who started to watch the show, made a lot of friends here, and then came to Hawaii. We got together, hung out, and talked. But what I want to concentrate on is his good work with children. Nani sent me something. I'm going to embarrass you a little bit, Miles. I know you're on deck, but hold on. It says, Miles is a full-time teacher of kindergarten through 5th graders at Ward Elementary at Newton, which is a suburb of Boston. He instructs them on all instruments, including ukulele, plus teaches 4th and 5th graders to sing Hawaii Aloha.
Oh, nice.
On Saturdays, that's his day job during the week, but on Saturdays, Miles teaches for Berkeley Institute for the Accessible Arts and Education, a music program for students with disabilities.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, is there a Nobel Peace Prize in the making? I think so. Let's welcome Mr. Miles Wilcox. Hi, you, man.
Hey.
How's it, Hamajang Gang? How's it, Andy? How's it, James? How's it going?
Well, I tell you what, I wasn't messing around when I said, I've mentioned this before, your wonderful work with children. How did that happen?
I always wanted to be a teacher. Even when I was in elementary school, I would pretend I was a teacher and gather up neighborhood kids and tell them it was time for class, during the summer, And so I was always into working with kids. I started being a camp counselor at a camp when I was 13, and then I actually started college when I was 16. So I knew I wanted to go into music, and I knew I wanted to go into education, and it kind of all fit together. And I've had just really amazing music teachers in my life, so it kind of seemed like a correct progression of things.
So if you weren't a teacher, you would have ended up being like a sheep herder.
Yes, a herder of cats.
I mean, isn't they compare trying to wrangle a room full of young students to herding cats, right?
Yeah, so there's this term that one of my professors, Dr. Pavasaris at Boston Conservatory, used to say. He called it COW, which stands for Command of Will. You need to be able to somehow channel your energy and channel your your inspiration for why you're in front of your kids, and get them excited about the same thing, and sort of, you know, make sure that you're really like reaching them and seeing what they're interested in, and then you have command of will, and you can herd cats.
You know, and you hear the term, let's make sure we're all on the same page. You know, I mean, is it truer than when you're trying to get a class full of people to play a musical a piece?
It is very true. And getting on the same page means a lot of different things, right? For some kids, it's like just managing their behavior. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Bert. Those are some of my students at Ward Elementary and on my Saturday program.
Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, now I forgot your question, Andy. That's not helpful.
I was saying, you know, getting everyone on the same page. But you know what? How rewarding is it when everybody's going, oh, this is my little part, and then a part, and then it just at one point congeals.
Yep.
Explain what that's like.
I teach 4th and 5th grade orchestra and band instruments.
Yeah.
So for our 4th graders, they come in brand new. They don't know anything about their instrument. And usually by the end of the school year, we try to all combine our instruments. So everyone's having separate individual instrument lessons, and then we combine for a band at the end of the year. And the sound and what kids are expecting is like nothing that they've ever done before. And now my 5th grade band, we are small but mighty. We have 5 students in our 5th grade band, but we can pick pieces where everyone has a different part, and then, you know, they go home and practice their individual parts, and they come together and they see how people can work together and like create something that you can't create when you're just by yourself.
You know, and like James and I were talking about, I think it was yesterday, on how important it is to point kids to the arts. That's the way to get them off the street, not spray painting cars, you know, doing damage when they have that expression. Can you share with us anyone who was kind of like, this is lame, and then all of a sudden that light bulb went off?
Well, I have students every year that don't know me, and I think one of the primary things is building a relationship with students. Yeah. And so if they don't know me, if they don't know what I'm about, they don't get on board. But I can get to know them, and I can see what their interests are, and try to get in there and see what sparks their interest. I had a kid who used to have basically violent meltdowns every day at school. And he decided he wanted to sign up to play the violin. And I was like, well, like, let's see. Like, I was like, let's count down till the violin smashed in half. Like, honestly, I was really worried. And then he comes in playing for like 2 months and comes up to me and goes, check this out, and plays out Jingle Bells for me that I didn't teach him at all.
That's great. You know, and you have your Jordan Wu gal here, and she's saying, Mr. Miles has quite a range. My 9-year-old, who is all about classic strings, and 7-year-old with cerebral palsy loves only Metallica, AC/DC, and Twisted Sister. Both love Mr. Miles. I tell you what,
they are very cool kids.
You know what? We have so much to talk about and a few more segments. Thank goodness. We're going to be right back with more of Miles from Boston coming in to see us after this. And by the way, Miles, I have a few clips of that you sent me, and one of them was them playing the Lono song, I Play My Ukulele. You guys got to stick around for this. We'll be right back with more of the Daily Pidgin and Miles Wilcox after this. I still have 12 seconds.
Do we continue talking, or should we just wait?
But I thought you were saying I was almost done. That's why I was rushing. See what we go through? We're like a married couple.
So
we gotta get the sign language down. We gotta coordinate some.
This is one, as in 1 minute.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then 30 seconds.
Okay.
I don't know how to signal 15.
Yeah. No, once you tell me the one thing, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when you do this again, it's like I'm looking at Miles and I'm like, okay, wrap it up. That's what I'm seeing. You know how you get that one, right? And I'm insecure.
Well, I got one job here, Mr. Bumatai, and that's to make sure you don't go over, and I'm making sure you don't go over.
But you know what? I can fix that.
Yeah, if you go short, I'm
well.
cool.
The thing about it is I can't edit after the show because we got to go. So I have to come back, do the show, come back, and be editing until 2:00 in the morning. So that's my wine, and I'm sticking to it. Anybody want a glass?
I'll take the cheese.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Totally wish I had a music teacher like Miles back in the day, to the max. In fact, Keone was talking about how he remembers his kindergarten and 5th grade teacher to this day. He kept in touch with them. Look at this here. Kept in touch with all 3 of them in my adulthood. I had lunch with my 6th grade teacher last year, right? And he wasn't doing well. And his daughter worked at my sister-in-law's school. So she mentioned that, and he said, I would really like to talk to Andrew again. Because I followed his career. So I met with him, and we went to Zippy's and had a nice lunch, and he talked, and you'll appreciate this, Miles. He leans into me and he just says, was I too strict?
So real. It's a very fine line.
Yeah. And I said, no, you didn't put up with any messing around, but you were fair. And he said, oh, thank you for that. It's weird to be, and you're going to love this one too. He was going through a little bit of dementia at the time, right? In fact, he recently passed away. May he rest in peace. But when we got in the parking lot, he went, Andy, come here. He tried to give me $20. like I'm some little kid or something. I went, oh, no, Mr. Thomas, I'm okay. I'm fine. No, come on. No, really. You sure? Okay.
You're still a young man. Andy.
I think he still saw me like that. Okay, let's reset this, and when we come back, we're gonna play the Lono clip.
And Andy, the kid's name who's singing, his name is Will.
Okay. Well, you can tell us that afterwards.
Cool.
Okay. Let me make
$20.
sure.
Don't spend it all on a record player.
I was kind of like, hey, Mr. Thomas, the tab was $40. You know what I mean? But he was just the cutest. Oh man. Okay. So let's go here. Okay, so I can find it in the edit, and we find it. We're on 3, and then I'll go here, and I'll go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and you've returned, regardless of that clunky edit, to the last segment.
Thank you for returning.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry, James is a little dark here. I don't know what is this background thing. Are you in a pensive mood, perhaps?
I'm in a dark place right now.
It's really filling out the beard, though.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Wolfman Jack style.
There we go. And you know what? We have a wonderful guest, Miles Wilcox, who I've mentioned. Started out as just someone in the chat, and we got to know each other. He visits Hawaii, and then we've discovered his work with children and teaching them music in Boston, where he lives. In fact, I have a little clip here I'd like to play. You know what? Let's bring Miles in, and he can set it up for us. How you doing, Miles?
How's it going? Good to
Tell
see
me
you.
what we're going to see. This is it. It said Berkeley in the back, and I know in the introduction I mentioned that was the school for kids with disabilities, or what's going on?
You got it. So Berklee College of Music in Boston has a bunch of associated and affiliated programs. And so the Berklee Institute for Accessible Arts Education is one of them. We changed our name back in October. We used to be called the Berklee Institute for Arts Education and Special Needs. But the disability community actually doesn't like the term special needs because people with disabilities have the same needs as everyone else, right? They need to be loved. They need accessible arts education, right? So we changed our name to Berklee Institute for Accessible Arts Education, and we had a rebranding event. We actually, my rock band performed. I mean, with my kids' rock band performed.
Oh, yeah.
Our ukulele ensemble performed, which is the clip you're going to see. We performed a few tunes, including Lono's "I Play My Ukulele." And then actually we were technically opening for Annalie List, who was a Berklee student, and she was top 24 on American Idol a few seasons ago.
Wow. So now there's that one young man featured, but there's a whole band behind him. Is it the whole band, or are you showcasing that one young man?
So we had 3 students out of our ukulele ensemble who were available to come to that Tuesday night event or whatever it was. Okay. So it's the 3 kids, and our lead singer was Will. So it's Will that you're going to see, and Will's dad was filming. So it's a clip of Will, our lead singer, singing "I Play My Ukulele."
Well, tell Will's dad he did a great job, because at the end he pulled back and so everyone could see the bow. So let's play that here, okay? And we'll be able to talk on it also. We'll be able to hear your voiceover, I'm pretty sure. Here we go.
That's me in the background.
I think that's Miles in the background there, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Mona writes a song on Molokai, and kids are playing it in Boston.
And not only that, the kids are having a great time. Look at him.
Here we go. Berklee. Spelled that way.
Because that's what was really on. Oh, is that
look at this, the Beatles bow. The Beatles bow. There we go. Oops. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. You know that song. But I have it on deck in case we want to play it in another segment. But cool. So then you were the opening act, right? Mm-hmm. And how did the headliner react? It wasn't one of those, how am I gonna follow that?
It was a little bit. It was a little bit. She didn't have the cute factor. She didn't have the adorable child factor. So it was a tough act to follow. But she has the most amazing voice. When she auditioned on American Idol, one of the judges said it's the most technically perfect audition they ever had. Wow. So her voice is unparalleled, and she's actually diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome, which is why our program for people with disabilities is in touch with her and interacts with her. And you can see at the very end of the video we showed, there was a young man named Matthew playing the cowbell. That's the A beat, who was in the chat earlier saying hi to me. So hey, Matthew,
more cowbell.
Exactly. Cowbell. And so he was so excited about playing the cowbell because he's in a rock band. He actually carried the cowbell to the audience and was playing along to Annalie List's music while she was on stage.
Oh, I'm sure
totally
she appreciated
unplanned.
that.
She loved it. She invited him on stage. They did a whole song together. He took a cowbell solo. He knew exactly when to get louder, when he needed more cowbell. He knew exactly when to pull back. And that's one of the cool things about all these kiddos, is that some of them, they're just so musically gifted, and they have these talents that, you know, you can't be taught sometimes, right? It's just, it's in them. It's in their DNA.
Are there, you know, as a dyslexic, a lot of times I say, you know, it's the gift of dyslexia. Are some of what people would call a disability actually an advantage in music?
I consider autism to be a real gift. It can cause people struggle, right? It is a disability, so it can cause, you know, people to need extra support in areas. But there's something about the autistic brain. The connections are different.
Yeah.
The wiring is different, and it's something ridiculous like 90% of people with autism have perfect pitch. Something ridiculous like that. And in the general population, it's like 1/10 of 1%. So
Wow.
I have kids that are, you know, 3 years old and they're nonverbal. They won't have a conversation with you, but you sing them a melody and then they echo it right back perfectly. So I consider autism to be really special, and I love teaching kids with autism. I have a lot of, and just people, because I have adult students with autism too.
I have a feeling we are going to learn so much more about music and what people normally consider disabilities the more we talk to you. And I got to tell you, Miles, thank you so much for being here. And we have a few more segments, and I'm going, whoa, we're going to run out fast. But hey, don't go away if you want to learn about kids learning music and the importance of it. Whew. Okay.
Did I do okay, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, you're great. You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Yeah. Okay, so there's
Sometimes I lose my
cams.
train of thought, so apologies if I
Well,
forget
you know,
the question.
a lot of times too, you know, and I do this. I just did an interview for a Hawaii public radio, and you know, you're so excited about things.
You started the clock.
Oh. Sorry, stop. Reset. Okay, this is still an 8-minute one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go to the chat a little bit here, Miles. Again, chat, I'm sorry, we can't yak a little bit because we got to get these segments out of the way because, you know, James and I have to run to do that pesky making a living thing.
Yeah.
I know. Music can free those that can't express themselves.
Nice.
How well said is that?
Love it.
Ooh, train of thought gets derailed.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about that video, that kid, is he was like the energy that he was, the light was coming off of him because he was so energized and so he looked happy to be doing that, and that's my favorite part. Like whether the music is on or off, or whatever, or the words are on or off, as long as that energy is coming out and you know they're having a great time, that's the reward right there.
I especially
for a lot of my students.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No.
For a lot of my students, music is their thing, right? They're, like you say, Andy, sometimes people have dyslexia. They're not great readers. Sometimes people have, you know, physical disabilities. They're not great at running, but music is their thing, right? They don't have great social skills. They have trouble carrying on conversations, but as soon as you're sitting next to them playing a musical instrument, wow, you can just jam for hours. So yeah.
Well, you know, and again, and you know, let's talk about this in the next segment because what I'm, you know, here, a little bit of a warning. I'm going to ask you about fitting different people into different instruments or types of music. Okay, so let's go to Mo'okam, and again, my apologies. So much good is happening on the chat, and again, we're having to rush through this because. We got to be stand-up comics again. Yeah. How weird is that going to be? Okay, here we go, and I'm starting this. Did we click it? This is 4, right?
You did click it.
Okay, thank you. Here we go. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, talking about the importance of teaching young people music. And there's so many benefits, I think, that people don't realize children come away with, even if they don't become professional musicians.
Yeah, or even long term when it becomes a hobby or a stress reliever, you pick up an ukulele or a guitar, and then you just express yourself.
Right. And in fact, that's what that song was about that Lono just did. When I play my ukulele when I'm feeling bad, right, Miles?
Exactly. You can always turn to music no matter what you're feeling.
You know, somebody once said that the importance of music, okay, because I've always taken band, right? Admittedly, I took it because it was an easy class and I could sit next to the girls in flute, right? But it helped me in other ways, you know, in the dyslexia way. And a guy says, you know, people who learn music don't realize they're learning math.
This is very true. Yeah, I have to disappoint some of my students with that news that there are lots of numbers involved. There is counting. There's division. There's subdivision. Yeah, and you know there's literacy involved, right? When we're reading lyrics, right? Learning new words. There's cultural connections involved. So right now, my students at Ward Elementary in Newton are all learning about music of Hawaii, and so I introducing them to Hawaiian musicians. We're talking about Hawaiian culture. We had a very deep discussion with second graders about Olelo Hawaii and it being banned at one point in Hawaii, and what second graders thought about that. And they had some great opinions to share.
Is it? Do you put much effort into matching a certain student with a certain instrument? You know, I mean, are some people just drummers and other people, you know, flautists?
It's really interesting because I hadn't given it much thought about how kids choose their instruments, because I sort of my parents signed me up for piano, so I did piano, and then I wanted to do cello. That was the only thing I wanted to do, so I went to cello. But this year, when my fourth graders got to choose what instrument they played, right, it's an optional program. It's a pull-out program, but I think 75 or 80% of the grade is taking an instrument with me. Some of the kids, they just signed up, and I was like, yeah, that's you. You're a percussionist. You're a violist. You're definitely a violist.
You know, I remember when I was in band in high school, boys played trumpet, girls played flute. Boys played the drums, girls played the clarinet. I mean, you know, and I went, I don't get it. Why, you know?
And that was your great strategy, Andy. Spend more time with the ladies, take up the flute.
Excuse me, how you make the C? Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
and
but
in the marching band, the piccolo could fit in your pocket. So you were, you know, my brother played the sousaphone, and I went, yeah, good luck meeting girls with that thing around your neck.
Yeah, well, it's funny because there are some instruments this year with my fourth graders that are really balanced. Percussion is actually pretty balanced. Yeah. Trumpet is balanced. Flute is balanced. But violin and viola, all girls. Cello, all boys.
Really?
And saxophone, all boys. Yeah.
So there are a few that are. Do you remember what it was about the cello that drew you in the beginning?
Yeah, it was a silly reason. I was at an elementary school and there were no cellists, and it was an orchestra of only violins. So I said, "How about I do something that no one else is doing?"
So it wasn't the sound, the size, the feel when you played it, none of that?
I mean, that's the main thing that I remember, and I've tried to think back, like, how did I know about the cello? I don't really know how. I mean, my parents are both musicians, so of course they exposed me to music. I don't really remember the first time I heard a cello, but it was identified in my brain this must have been when I was 7 or 8 years old. So
you know,
it was
OG
imprinted.
Sumo Vibe says, I must have gone to a different school. Boys played football. I mean,
we're talking elementary school OG Sumo. We're talking 10-year-olds.
Well, Pop Warner, bro. But there is that stigma, you know. I remember when I was in the band, you know, and the football players, Penty, why you playing the instrument? Get out here and be a man, you know. And I'm like, whoa, bro, you know, Miles Davis was kind of cool. You know,
well, I played football,
and all you have to do is pull out the guitar and get some chicks at a party.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you were saying, James?
I played football, Pop Warner football, high school football, college football, but I do regret quitting the band in 7th grade. I played the alto sax, and I was inspired by Kenny G.
Oh yeah.
So when I seen him, but his wasn't the alto sax, but at the school, that's all we had.
He played a soprano, right? Sax.
Yeah. At school, all we had was alto and tenor sax. So I said, I'll take it and I'll learn this, and then I'll be like Kenny G when I get older.
I used to grab the big sax and go, hey, check it out. Samoan hash pipe. Put a screen over the top. We ready, gangy. We go party. Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, Miles, what has surprised you about yourself when it came to teaching music?
I feel like I'm told this by other people, I have become very patient. Patience is a virtue that I have to employ at all times, pretty much, in my job. Like we're talking about herding cats, 20 kids in a room. It takes a while to get them all quiet, you know?
And you weren't a patient person when you started? How could you not be?
I must have been somewhat patient, but there's been growth in that area.
Oh, and that's a good thing. That'll help you in more areas than the classroom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like standing in line at the DMV.
I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. Our DMVs have appointments. They get us in and out 20 minutes.
You know what? I'm showing my age with that one because it's the same one here. There's a kiosk and you go ding, 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 and it's just bang. In LA, it was a little tedious, to say the least. Miles, we're going to come back again and more about how you're helping these young people by teaching them music when we come back. Don't go away.
And cut.
Ta-da! Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's try to get to a few of the things here. Keone says, Devin, I was the only guy in class. The girls was the attraction, and the free food was another. Keone was talking about how he took home ec, you know, for the same reason I took band.
Good call.
Yeah, in the band. Okay, Keone, did you also learn any kind of cooking skills? Right. Whew. And here's Martha says, so great to hear this interview. A nice way to honor teachers. Miles is an exemplary one. He obviously has deep respect for his students and makes them excited to learn. I don't know if you saw that little clip we played about the good things and bad things about Hawaii. And one of the bad things was we pay our teachers in this state the lowest of every state. And my wife teaches, you know.
There's a comedian that teaches deaf children in elementary, and like we talk about it when we're at shows. She never takes it up on stage, but she talks about we know how difficult it is. Where even if you have 3 children, where they're like 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, to try to teach them sign when they're not paying attention, because you can't just say, "Hey, look this way." So you really have to, like you're saying, herding the cats, trying to get them to pay everybody to pay attention at 3 years old.
Yeah. Well, and then at some point I've heard it kicks in and they realize, oh, how do we sign this? Yeah. Look at that. And then there was Zachary saying he enjoyed the Berkeley event. Look,
Zach's great. Zach's in the rock band
tonight. Hope the Blue Note is packed tonight. Yeah, we're almost sold out. You know, which is always a challenge for me. I mean, you know, when James played the Blue Note a while back, he sold it out almost immediately. And I'm still, I think, you know, 30 or 40 people from a sellout, because the people who know who I am, you know, are generally older than me. And they're like, oh, who's that? Kinako. Oh, hey, Zach. Hey, oh, look at this. Hey, Miles. Look, Miles. Miles is in the chat. Medium 7.
There's Miles.
There's Miles right there. Miles is a human unicorn. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Those are all 3 people that I know in Boston that are either students of mine or orchestra members of mine or parents of students of mine.
Okay. You know what? In this next segment, because it's still an 8-minute segment, we're going to play your Hamajang medley. Okay.
Cool.
But we're going to do it so that James and I are on the side and we can hear your voice. So
okay.
As it's playing, explain what we're hearing, you know, the songs that you've incorporated, and again, I apologize for having people think you're the conductor in it. But
could you put him in the place of me, or you know, you do the 2-shot with you and him? Would that work if you went?
That, you know what? That might. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, good idea. Let me see if I go to B and I do C. There we go.
Me. How exciting.
James, you know, man. Okay, but you know what? Okay, yeah. Now getting it back is going to be interesting. So let's play that. Yeah. Right.
And I'll just sit here and drink my Hawaii volcanic water while dressed in my Oahu Golf Apparel shirt.
Okay, so when we'll come back. Okay, so now I'm going to start the segment, right? Okay, hold on here. Yeah. Okay, let's go here to Mo'okam. Come on, and hey, look, how come Miles isn't in your chair? I changed it.
Well, I called shotgun. So
oh, there you go.
Sorry, Miles.
That would be the reason. Okay, so now if I do this, I'll bet you. Oh, look there, you're still in here. Okay, here, let's do it. Okay. And start this. I tell you what, if you're watching this on television, you really have to join us at 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time on any of the major social media platforms, so you can see what goes on when you know, we're at commercial break.
The madness.
The madness is good fun.
Yeah.
But our guest is Miles Wilcox, and he teaches young people music, but he submitted a musical piece based on Lono's Hamajang Jang song.
Oh.
But he did it in the classic style. Oh. And this is what I like, did all the arranging and played all the instruments himself.
Oh, wow.
I know. So I'm going to play that right now and bring Miles up on one of the, where you normally would be. I hope you don't mind. And you can tell us a little bit about what's going on. Okay, Miles?
Sounds great.
Okay, here we go. Oh, he's not there. Oh, no.
We tried.
Hold on. I know why. There you are.
There we go. Thanks to Jerry Kamala Man for all this footage of the Big Island.
So tell us, how do you come up with something like this?
So my main instrument is cello that I mentioned before, and this is a string quartet that actually is 2 cellos, 1 violin, viola. Usually a string quartet is 2 violins, 1 viola, 1 cello. And so
But you know what, Miles? Hold on, Miles. We have a technical problem here. So we're just going to listen for a second, right? You are on the same mic. So if I try to bring the music down so I can hear you, I bring you down at the same time. Welcome to live television. Okay, here. You know what? I wonder if I pause it. Are you still there, Miles?
I'm still here.
Oh, we can do it that way. Yeah. Okay, tell us about what songs you decided to add to the medley.
So, Aloha Oi is one of my favorite Hawaiian songs ever. So, I started with Aloha Oi, and it's actually Aloha Oi heavy. It's like the first, I don't know, two or 3 minutes out of 4.
Yeah.
And I had played that on cello before, so I already had a solo cello arrangement of it, and I orchestrated, the other parts to it. I did Lono's Hamajang Jang song because, of course, that's our Hamajang, theme song. I did. I'm showing my Andy Bumatai nerdness again. Someone once asked you what your favorite song was, and you said Ku'uhomeo Kahalu'u. So I added that at the end. That was the second to last one. And then the very last, I hope you can catch it, people that are watching at home. The very last, like 2 measures, 1 measure, the very last little tag is Lono's Hawaiian Style.
Oh, no, I've heard this song a bunch of times. I hadn't picked up on that. Okay, let's listen to a little more, and then we'll come back and talk to you. Again, I'm sorry that I can't lower one or the other.
All good.
Okay, this is Aloha Oi, guaranteed. When we come back, Miles, when I pause this again, I want to ask you how you recorded this, because, it's like you got tracks going, right? By the way, I added this piece because it was like you were thinking of Hawaii and playing it.
I love that.
You see that? Did you see the mongoose run by? Squirrel! This part. I'm gonna turn it up. Hear this right here. Oh, so sweet, Miles. There's Lono. Cello? Hello? And here's the change. How well did I time that guy? Lady Tie-Dye wants to know if we can buy this piece from you anywhere. So love it. Hello, yellow cello fellow. There's the Hamajang piece, right?
Perfectly timed, but the swerve you wrote.
Yeah, is this where you're going into those last 2 measures?
This is Kuhomio.
Oh, this is Kuhomio. I never picked up on that, Miles, and I love that song. Wow. Yay. Hold on. Let me bring back James over here. Oh, that's so beautiful, Now, again, I need to know a little about how you recorded that, because we have 1 minute left, so we'll probably get half in here and then half in the other segment. But
this was during COVID lockdown, pandemic, the height of your show when you were, showing all your videos. And I did not have my nice new MacBook Pro that I have right now. I had an old computer that only had GarageBand on it, which is the free software that comes with every Mac.
Yeah.
So I have a Blue Yeti microphone that I plugged right in. I did it in my music room right here. This is actually the former living room of my apartment.
Yeah.
It's now the music room, and I did it all in here. At the very beginning, here's an Easter egg. At the very beginning, you can hear my chair squeak.
Hey, Miles, I got to tell you what, proving you don't have to have sophisticated stuff to do it right. And we'll be right back with more of Miles Wilcox after this. Did I make it?
1 second over.
Okay, we have to do it over again.
Well, lucky you start, like you click and then we start. So you do
Get GarageBand out there. Where's my Blue Yeti?
Is that a cooler?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. And here Jordan says, gorgeous. Linda Liu lurking. Oh, well, you're here and that's what counts, Linda. Thank you so much.
Darren's wondering where you can download it.
Ooh, where's this? Who's this? Oh, Darren. Is this available anywhere to download or stream?
If you would like to show my website, Andy, it's not for download, but just the video that you recorded, you put it like unlisted on YouTube. So I have the video embedded on my website.
Okay,
so if you
well,
wanted
hold
to go
on.
to my website and listen to it.
Let me see if I can bring that up here, or should we do it in the last segment so that it can be on TV?
Sure.
Let's do that. Okay.
Cool.
6:30.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we have to because
oh yeah. Keep an eye on the time.
right here I did this yesterday. I thought I had 8 minutes and I had 6:30, and the old space-time continuum or whatever it's called. I upset everything.
You almost destroyed the multiverse.
Yeah, and we had to go back to the future.
Great Scots.
Okay, here we go. And I'm going to go to Moocam so I can find it in the edit. Yeah, a little cheesy trick we came up with. And then come back to this and then start. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. What a quick show talking to Miles Wilcox about helping kids learn music.
Yeah. It's amazing work that he does. It's an awesome person.
And that piece of music that we just heard right there, right? Miles, people want to know what it's like being a scratching post.
Well, it was requested that Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua make an appearance, and he literally 2 seconds before you introduced me just jumped on my back.
He knows.
He knew.
He knew.
And now he's getting comfortable.
There you go. People are also asking where they can find the Hamajang medley. They want to download it. They want to buy it. Where can they go?
Don't need to buy it. Don't need to send me any money. If you go to my website, I have the video embedded on the website. So if you just scroll down, you'll see a bunch of videos. And actually, I think I put yours first.
Well, hold on here. Hold on here. Let's see if I can do this here. Cross your fingers. Cross your paws. Here we go. Bink. Aha. Look at this.
There's me.
Yeah, there we are. And then let me see if I can click this little button so that I can. Hey, look, I can scroll.
There you go.
So
Keep
here,
scrolling.
and what is the URL?
It's mileswilcox.weebly.com because that is free.
Oh, okay. This is a Weebly.com. So there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Here's
There it is.
here's the what we just heard, right? That's the video. What happens if I play this? Okay. Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah, in here.
Okay, there you go. So you could grab it from there if you wanted to, right?
Yep.
And this is you playing the cello in your wife beater shirt, right?
Yep. It was a very hot practice room, Andy.
And this is an what is this here? This is kind of interview.
So I
that you
play
did?
in an orchestra called the Me Too Orchestra, and Me Too referencing that in addition the conductor having a mental illness, a lot of the people in the orchestra have mental illnesses. So we actually played in Boston Symphony Hall back in January of last year, and a few different news sites interviewed us.
Well, see how impressive what you're doing is? And here's the Me Too Orchestra, I'm guessing, performing. And this is you doing a kind of a pop-up orchestra fundraiser for Ukraine. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Now, so what they can do, what people, you said it's okay for them to grab this video, this first one here, and do what they need to do. Right.
And you know what, actually, Andy, now that people are asking for it, I will upload an MP3 of it.
Oh, cool.
I will dig it up somewhere. And I'll upload the MP3 to my website so people can download it if they want.
Okay. So Miles Wilcox /Weebly?
.Weebly.
Oh, Miles Wilcox, one word.
.weebly.com.
.weebly.com. There we go.
And that's M-I-L-E-S, Miles, or is it
Correct.
M-I, right? M-I.
Yeah,
M-I like Miles Davis.
Don't ask me about spelling. That is yay, the cat is amazing. Miles, you give me goosebumps sometimes. Thank you. Oh, that's cool.
Thanks,
and here's Kehaulani. Miles, there's a pun in there somewhere with the cat on your pun. Yeah. Pun. I thought he said pum. I thought that was a cat thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I was like, is that cat pum?
There's a
cat pum. Yeah.
Okay, and Nani Aloha. Puppy Cheney, mahalo for giving that gift sub. I don't think I have my alerts on because I didn't want to, explode it all over your face. You know what I mean? Puppy Cheney, gift subs. Humu humu nuku nuku apua. There we go. Okay, let's see now. Anything else we want to talk about? We got about 2 minutes left.
Well, if you go to my website and you're interested in teaching ukulele, you are a music teacher or maybe just want to get started, if you head to my blog section, I've actually presented at a bunch of conferences about teaching basic ukulele, and I'm actually presenting at a conference tomorrow, the Massachusetts Music Educators Association conference, and I'm presenting on teaching ukulele to kids with disabilities. So my presentation is going to be up on the website. So check out the website on my blog and learn more about teaching ukulele if it's interesting.
Someone asked, and I didn't put it up on the screen, but what the Portuguese instrument what was it originally called? I want to say an obrigado or something.
So there are two instruments that I hear both of them. I have been told cavaquinho, but Keoni Nunez is going to say it. It starts with a B.
That's what that was something
Bragina or something.
You're asking a dyslexic.
There are, and so I think I could be wrong. I think one of those is an umbrella term for
that
the
instrument.
other one.
Here, Michi Mama found the site, so she put it up here so everybody can find it. And guess what? Thank you so much for being on the Daily Pidgin, Miles. It's nice to see you go from the chat to IRL to the Daily Pidgin. Aloha, bro.
Aloha. Mahalo.
Might have made it.
I think we did.
Okay. I won't know because we got to run to this gig, and then I'm going to edit this down. But it will be, the whole thing in its entirety will be on the website. I'll do that before I leave. So if you want to go watch, the disaster that is me trying to do this, worried about going, because and there's traffic because of rain now, right?
Not only that, we have to go all the way to Waikiki.
I know. And, people in Hawaii, it rains so infrequently here. Hard rain, people forget how to drive.
Yeah.
They just, there was a guy the other day, I'm going, He's doing 30 miles an hour on the freeway with his lights blinking. You know those emergency lights? And I'm going, bro, you know what that does to the dots on everybody's windshield? Bing, bing, bing. But brother was like, whoa. So anyway, Miles, thanks so much for being here, bro.
Thanks so much for having me, Andy. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. And
you.
Huma says thanks too.
Thank you for what you do, man. It's amazing work. Is there like a website or your email address, or if people want to?
Well, we have the website. We have the website.
Yeah, I know people want to donate to you to help out your program.
Ooh, yeah. I teach at the Berkeley Institute for for Accessible Arts Education. That program can always use donations because we offer scholarships to our students.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, here's somebody with Kanaka Hikili saying, hey, if you're going to be in Vegas for the luau on March 12th for Vegas Hawaiian Civic Club, oh, no, I won't. I probably won't be there for that.
I won't be there either. Bummer.
Yeah, there we go. Here, and then Michi Mama saying, hey, James and Andy, break a leg. There we go.
As long as it's not our own.
I've mentioned this before. Do you know how break a leg started?
Mm-mm.
You know how that started? Well, Miles, do you know?
I forget. I knew at one point.
Yeah, well, it was in the days of Shakespeare when they had plays and they had these wooden buildings, right? Mm-hmm. And what they would do, instead of applauding, people would stomp their feet because it made the whole building, resonated to the whole building. Mm-hmm. So people would pound their feet. So when before an actor went out, they said, break a leg. In other words, get people to pound their feet so hard in appreciation, they would break their leg. So break a leg.
I wonder if anybody's ever broke their leg, like in those days.
You would wonder that. That's such a Samoan thing. How many legs would actually break? That's what I like to know.
I do. Who was that first guy? Like, what? You broke your leg? This play was amazing.
I have not come to praise Caesar, but to bury him. Ah! What do we do? Somebody call a doctor. Ah!
What's a doctor?
What's a doctor? Bleed him. Okay. We're not. What is this? Tie-dye has another opinion. In the early days of theater, this was where ensemble actors were cued to perform. If actors were not performing, they were said to stay behind the leg line, which has also meant that they would not get paid. If you were to tell an actor to break a let, you were wishing that him an opportunity to perform and get. Oh, well, that's interesting.
I haven't heard that one.
Me either.
When you were starting your story, I was thinking maybe because people sat on chairs, and if the play was so good, they would break the leg off the chair.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going at.
She said it was a typo. It said break a leg, and wishing them an opportunity to perform and get paid. That makes sense too. So I've learned that and almost learned the name of the Portuguese instrument.
Almost.
Because right now it's the
Keone Nunez is gonna teach you. Don't worry, Andy.
He'll know. Okay, gang, we got to go to work. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, Miles, if you want to see what you did, I'll post it as soon as I hang up. I'll put it on the on my site, my YouTube page.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks, gang. Cool. Sorry we can't hang.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Aloha no. Bye.
See you tomorrow, gang.